Hello and welcome to the liveoddsandscores.com betting preview for this weekend's Chinese Grand Prix. It's been an interesting season so far. Fernando Alonso taking a shot victory in Malaysia last week. He's 12 to 1 now to win again, but I think it's unlikely considering Ferrari's poor car. One thing that can be said for Alonso though is that he's driving incredibly well. His teammate, for instance, is 150 to 1 with Bet365 and Lambrooks to win the race. So how he's posted at 12 to 1 blue square, I don't know, but it's a real credit to him. And I'm sure that Ferrari are going to want to get rid of Massa as quickly as possible, as he's easily a second off Alonso, both in qualifying and in race lap times. Alonso is terrific in the race. In races he's been battling up through the pack. He's having a tough time qualifying. I mean, he's 40 to 1 with Bet365 to qualify on pole this weekend, and you wouldn't expect him to qualify on pole because the Ferrari is poor, but Alonso has been driving amazingly well. Button had a terrific race in Australia, and he's 5 to 2 favourite with blue square. Hamilton's second favourite at 4 to 1, and I'd be tempted to take Hamilton, who won here last year. I mean, Shanghai's a track that Lewis Hamilton likes. He's finished second 2 years ago, and he won last year. So 4 to 1 could be a decent price. For me, I think the standout price might be Romain Grosjean. He's 66 to 1, and we haven't really got to have much of a look at him yet. He's crashed out both times on unlucky accidents that weren't really his fault, and he's been performing well both in qualifying and in practice. 66 to 1 each way, I would say, is a good bet for the race, but I think there's better value to be found in practice 3. In Australia, he came second in third practice. In Malaysia, he came 5th in third practice. And he's got a lot to prove before he starts this race. He's got a lot of work to do before he starts this race. He's going to be pushing hard in the practices. Therefore, I think 50 to 1 with Paddy Power is a terrific each-way bet to have on Romain Grosjean to finish first, score the fastest lap in third practice. For me, that's my bet of the week. I think that's a really, really strong bet. 50 to 1 is an enormous price, and I think I'd take that. McLaren, for me, seemed too short at 4 to 5 to win the race. I mean, obviously you like Button, you like Hamilton, but you've got terrific drivers on the grid. You've got so many world champions there. You've got Alonso, you've got Vettel, you've got even Michael Schumacher's doing very well. And these races are wide open at the start of the season. I wouldn't want to be on the short prices for now. I'd be much happier betting the bigger prices. Romain Grosjean 66 to 1, Raikkonen 20 to 1 with Ball Sports. I'm not sure how much value there is in that, but I prefer Grosjean, his teammate, who really is just as good a driver, but has had a few accidents at 66 to 1. For pole, Lewis Hamilton surprisingly is 5 to 4 favourite ahead of Button, but I don't like the qualifying. I know that Lewis Hamilton has obviously got some terrific pace in qualifying, but I'd be much happier concentrating third practice, Romain Grosjean, 50 to 1. That's the bet of the weekend. Enjoy the race. Cheers.